Gavin, another solid win at the weekend against a tough Coldy side. What pleased you most about what you saw?
Again, I thought we built on the Richmond performance. Again, we created a lot, didn't take enough opportunity. Obviously, going in at 7-0 didn't really reflect the pressure we put on Coldy, but they're a nuggety outfit, and they sort of stayed in that fight. But on reflection, we left a lot of points out there, and again, we can't afford to do that against Ampthill this week.
And that's 3 bonus point wins on the trot now, and only 14 points conceded in those 3 games. Do you think that's sort of corner turned in terms of confidence?
Yeah, I think last week it was a real notch up in defence. A lot of pressure we put, without the ball. Created a lot of turnover. I thought Will Gibson, the strip club, it's a lot of strips, and I just felt that that area of the game has definitely gone up, and there's a credit to the lads because they've been putting a lot of extra work indoors with that as well. So look, in terms of confidence, winning helps, doesn't it? But look, we're not getting carried away. We just the foundations of our game have taken a good step forward the last couple of weeks.
We've obviously spoken previously about not being able to make wholesale changes in terms of both personnel and that building that cohesion that we're after. But those that have come in, they've really taken their chances, haven't they?
They have, and the back three have looked. I thought Will Trewin and Arthur Ruttelman really well last week. Obviously, Callum Cirque has been a mainstay there for most of the season, but I thought those 2 boys, considering it's only 2 games, didn't look out of place whatsoever. Tommy White physically, has added something as well. That's just the back line. Then you look at the forwards, like Max Snorley now coming to the fray, getting a bit of game time under his belt. So just the bigger picture stuff is that we're bringing, valuable game time to them boys, which stands us into good stead for the next block of league games as well.
And obviously looking at the team this week, some of those guys retain their spots, having impressed like you say, but also a little bit of experience comes back into the 23. Marlon Walker starts, so does Will Britton, Robin Wedlake, likes of Arwell Robson and Will Crane back on the bench. Is it as much looking to that return to league action to get some minutes back in the legs for those lads? Yeah,
it is that, and like I said, it's about the overall game time for the lads as well. How do you keep your squad fit and healthy? So we try to be smart around that. Obviously Britsy's had a couple of weeks off with Craner as well, so you're bringing them boys back in and they're chomping at the bit as well. I think when you're used to playing week in week out, like a fortnight seems forever. So it's good to have them boys back in the mix, and again it's keeping, like you said, about the cohesion around the team. We've kept it quite consistent with combinations as well this week.
And Ampthill, the visitors this week, returning after that dramatic ending just over a month ago now. We know what's coming and we'll have to be at our best again, won't we?
100%. Look, we were lucky to win that game. You showed great character at the end and a good phase of play, but ultimately, that's maybe a game that we shouldn't have won. So, Ampthill, nuggety team. I think we'll have a slightly different approach this time. We've really got to step up and build on what we've done the last 2 weeks, but I have no doubt this is going to be a sterner test this week.
We're looking forward to getting back at home. Cheers, Gav.
Same. Cheers, Ross.